Hello, everyone. This is Luisa Mendoza. For those of you that may not know me, today I want to come and share a message from the heart with you guys. So much has happened in the past few weeks, but I want to share with you my personal experience of what's been going on. I am on day 14 of being quarantined in my house. And today is the first day that I can finally say I'm starting to feel back like myself again. Where do I start? So I actually, 2 weeks ago, it was on Friday, I started feeling a sore throat, and I had shortness of breath. I had a lot of congestion. I was going through about a week of tissues a day. My body was aching. I was in my room, and it was scary, guys. It was scary because for those of you that may not know, I actually take care of my mother and my father. They're right here. I'll show you guys these amazing people. That's my mom. She's 71 now, and that's my father. He's 82, and that's my little girl, Ariana. She's 10. This picture was about 5 years ago, and they're my everything. And so, obviously, when I got sick, I immediately called. I called Saturday morning to find out if I could get tested. And they were like, well, unless you've been exposed to somebody that has tested positive, we cannot test you, even though I had all the symptoms. So a few days went by. I still was not feeling well. I called my doctor and I told her, like, look, I feel sick. These are my symptoms. And they were like, look, right now, there's a 50-50 chance that you could or you can't have, right? Like that I have it or I don't have it. And they're like, if you have it and you come here and we test you, like, we don't have a cure, so we could just tell you to go home and take care of yourself. If you don't have it and you come into the office or you go and get tested, there's a chance that if you get exposed to the virus, your immune system is so weak right now that you could actually end up getting really, really sick. And that's the last thing you want to do, is catch this COVID-19 if you're sick. So with that said, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to run any risk. I'm just going to stay home, relax, rest. Many of you may know last week I participated in the most amazing challenge called EXO Challenge, which was exponential solutions. So trying to think of completely outside of the box ideas on how we're going to combat this disease. Here I am trying to save the world with my box of tissues. I was going through one of these a day. And over the weekend, I realized, I was like, what am I doing? Like, if I'm not okay, no one around me is going to be okay. So I said, I'm going to completely disconnect. And I'm going to just take this time for me to rest. I've been going nonstop. And I did a lot of meditating and I did a lot of reflections. And I just wanted to share with you guys where I'm at and what I've learned. So for many of you that know me, know that this was a huge year for my career as I launched my company called GTSE, Global Tourism, Sports and Entertainment. And I was so excited to have gotten this company off the ground. I'm so blessed to have the most amazing Chief Operating Officer on board, Timothy Carter. And we just had an amazing launch. I was able to go to Univision thanks to the help of my amazing PR, Adriana, with iVoice. And, articles were just coming out as the first Latina, Hispanic female in the United States, trailblazing in a male industry. we were starting to get teams to like get ready to sign on, and we were booking clients. We had 2 groups of like 17 people, 20 people for 2 big games, the Blackhawks and the Chicago Bulls right before. I mean, like things were just, the momentum was picking up. And then all of a sudden, COVID-19 and everything just came to a stop. And so I say this because I feel that had it not been for what I went through with my health, I probably would be stressing right now, like, oh my God, what's going to happen with my business? What's going to happen with my career? You know, I am the breadwinner of my house. I take care of my mom. I take care of my dad. I take care of my little girl. And for some reason, after going through this, and I say this to everybody out there that you are nervous, that you're worried about how are you going to pay for your mortgage? How are you going to pay for your rent? How are you going to pay for food? How are you going to pay for all of that? Listen, guys, the economy will come back. It's going to bounce back eventually. Jobs will be there. New jobs will be created. New industries will stem from all of this. But the most important thing that we need is our health. And going through this, it was about day 6 or 7 that I was like, God, my family needs me, and I am praying for a miracle. I'm still on the wait list. I still have not gotten tested. I still don't know if what I had was COVID-19, although I was confirmed this week that I was near somebody that did test some positive. I was at an event and that person tested positive, somebody that I hugged that night, and that person tested positive. And so I could have it right now. I could be at the very end of it, or it could have just been a cold. Regardless, what I do know, guys, is that I am so thankful for my health. Never, ever have I valued my health this much, like been so thankful for it. After like day 7, every day that I wake up and I'm able to open my eyes, I am just so filled with gratitude. So I say this to encourage you guys, right? Like as we're sitting here trying to understand what's next and what's coming and how are we going to bounce back, and maybe fears coming into you guys and you're saying like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Listen, right now, our only concern should be our health, staying healthy, not being out there, staying at home to not expose ourselves or expose others. And everything else will happen, right? We need our health in order to bounce back with the economy. We need our health to breathe, to get up, to do everything, right? So don't worry about jobs. Don't worry about any of that. That will all come back, right? So that's my first message. Second, you know, if you're home and you're saying, I have cabin fever and I want to get out and I'm not used to like being home and I can't, guys, like, let's just think about for one moment, if you have a home, you're already so blessed. If you have food, if you have a safe home, so many women right now and families are in danger because they're in homes where there's domestic violence has skyrocketed these past few weeks. So when you sit there and you're like, oh my God, I'm home and I'm bored and I can't wait to get back out again, just say to yourselves, at least I have a home and I'm safe in my home. And if any of you are going through domestic violence right now, please reach out to me. I'd love to see how I can help out. I'm trying to work on some things right now because that has been such a burden in my heart to see how I can help and how we can assist families that are going through severe domestic violence right now. And then I'm going to give you some little tips of how I started to get better, right? So again, I thought it was a cold. I was feeling very ill. The biggest for me was my congestions. So much that I had been blowing my nose that over the last few days and still today, there has been blood in my mucus. I hate to get all TMI, But what I have done, guys, and I'm starting to feel much better, is first, and these are like old school remedies. So getting a hot pan and a hot pot and putting water in it and putting it to boil, putting some Vicks in it, closing it, and just opening it up, simmering it down to like low, and slowly, you know, putting a towel over my head and just getting all that vapor, inhaling it, going, right? Like getting all that vapor in so that I could feel better. That has been a tremendous help. Also, drinking hot water with lemon and baking soda has helped me tremendously. And also drinking hot water with apple cider vinegar. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. But I've heard a lot of doctors, I've been doing a lot of remedies and, you know, home remedies, and especially in pertaining to COVID-19, one of the things they're saying is that this virus doesn't live in extreme heat, right? When they've exposed the COVID-19 virus in the heat, it kind of goes away. So what I have done is just a lot of hot fluids, a lot of, you know, vapor. And guys, I've been using this time to connect. I think now more than ever, our world needs to be united. The EXO challenge I did last week, you know, my team was amazing, and we came from a spiritual way of how could we help the world. And so our conclusion was that the biggest problem, the reason why we're seeing so much of what we're seeing, is this world is divided. This world, it was so egotistical. Everybody was me, me, me. No one had time for each other. Everybody was out trying to hustle for money. I mean, it's just, we are divided. And I think what we're starting to see is that this virus, like, it doesn't know race, it doesn't know religion, it doesn't know status quo. Like, Prince Henry got this. I just found out Messi got it today. We've seen celebrities, we've seen poor. There was a beautiful video, you know, that talked about in Italy, all of these cars, you know, just with all of these dead bodies inside. And I say it's beautiful because the message said, it's so sad to see how people, regardless of their age, their color, anything, this virus doesn't know any of that. And so for us, for our team, we felt that one of the solutions would be one world with one heart, unifying together and together taking care of each other, right? For so long, we probably put our money and our focus on tangible things, you know, having those name brand stuff. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to splurge and take care of yourself. But I think this has allowed us to realize that our life is too precious, and that the most beautiful things is being with loved ones and connecting. So guys, you know, call a friend, call someone that, you know, check in and see how they're doing. You know, this week I checked on one of the most amazing women in our industry, Lucille Yokel. You know, she's such a fighter, and I just love her because her spirit in the midst of all of this, you know, she was so upbeat. And I was like, how are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm about to start a new chapter because I'm about to go curly Sue. For those of you that know Lucille, know that she loves to get her hair done. But you know what? She's taking it, and she's making the most of it, guys. So this is a message that I wanted to share with you guys to bring hope as somebody who's coming on the other side of what I think was COVID-19, to realize that, listen, everything will work out for itself, but we need our health. So please, 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 I can't beg you enough to stay home. If you go out, wear your masks, wear gloves, stay away, because you don't know. There's so many people that have this virus right now that are showing zero symptoms. And listen, we're going to get through this. We're going to overcome this horrible, horrible disease that's happening. And I think we're going to be a better world. I think there was a poem I read that said, at the end, when this is all said and done, we will have hopefully been able to appreciate the little things that much more. Just imagine how going to your local coffee shop and seeing people again, right, is going to make you feel. Or when you see the morning rush of the kids running to get on the bus, or when you are able to go to a conference and see your industry colleagues and hug them, and right, will we hug again, right? It's like, how will this change our social behavior? And so I'm always a believer of seeing the glass half full. And I can't thank all my friends, my family, and particularly my cousin Natalia, who has been calling me and she's been praying for me. And I'm a believer that prayer can move mountains. And we've been praying, and I feel so much better for many reasons. And I think one of those is definitely the prayers. So for everybody out there, if you're feeling any symptoms, hit me up. I'd love to talk to you and kind of just walk you through some things that I did. But again, guys, take care. I love you all. And we will come out on the other side. All right. I'll be posting videos to connect with all of you. And starting next week, I'm going to be doing a weekly, at least once a week, virtual happy hours where we can all connect and chat and see each other, and maybe we'll have like a little dance party. I don't know. Let's get creative. Let's make the most of it. Let's take this time to read that book you've been wanting to read, to do that online course you've been wanting to do, to clean out that closet you've been wanting to clean out, to paint that room that you've been wanting to paint, to watch those movies, to binge watch. I think my favorite Netflix, thanks to Nastasia, oh my God, is The Most Beautiful Thing on Netflix. It's a Brazilian show, and it's about entrepreneurship, women, passion, love. Amazing. So thank you, Nastasia, for sharing that with me. To my girls, Carly, Nastasia, Haley, you girls have just been, and Anna, like every day checking in on me. I love y'all so much. And that's it, guys. This is what this is about. Coming together, one world, one heart, spreading love, spreading positive joy, vibes of positivity, vibes of love. And so I love y'all, okay? Take care. Sending you kisses and sending you a big, big hug. And one very special message for my friend Sebastian Salas from Las Vegas. For those of you that may know Sebastian from Las Vegas with his wedding chapel business, he actually got very sick. He got COVID-19. It affected his heart. He is on machines. I've been checking up on him, and he shared with me that he's getting better. This has been a huge, scary thought. For the first time, we're going to talk on the phone today because we've been texting these past few days. And next time I come on, I'm going to read you guys the message that he sent to you. Because I asked him, if you had one message for the tourism industry, what would it be? And it just moved me and compelled me. So next video, check it out. I will be sharing from one of our very own in the tourism industry what his message is about our community and our industry. I love y'all. Take care. Peace out. Hugs, kisses, everything sending your way. I think I did that, vice versa. So hugs, kisses. The meds are still getting to me. Take care, guys. I love y'all.